Welcome to Stormwater Drainage Solutions. So in this video, we're going to take you on a tour of our pipe yard, show you the materials that we use on our job site, and talk a little bit about what we have going on out here. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so the first section that we have going on here is our dual wall section. We finally got one specific area dedicated for this because originally we were moving this all around the yard, but now we have a set place for it. So we have some 18-inch dual wall here. We use this for our sump pump systems. We have some 6-inch, and we also have some 4-inch. Now we like to run this 6-inch dual wall on larger downspout systems, and then we have the 4-inch that we use for laterals, and we use this for riser pipes on our corrugated system. We're running kind of low on that, but we have a delivery scheduled about 3 to 5 days. That truck will be here, so we'll be all stocked up with our 4 and 6-inch dual wall. All right, guys, so we finally had to do it. We had to make some storage for PVC pipe. We put in so much of this pipe that we needed to have a place in the yard to store it. Obviously, PVC pipe doesn't have any UV protection. This will fade and it will start to become brittle over time in the sunlight. We don't want to show up to our job sites with old, faded PVC pipe. We want it to look like it just came from the factory. So we went ahead and we built this structure over the PVC pipe to keep the sun off of it. We store a lot of 6-inch PVC because we put in so much of this. We also store 4-inch PVC. We're currently out right now. We're waiting on another delivery for that, but we just slipped the 4-inch PVC right into the 6-inch PVC. We also have some triple wall because we always like to keep some of this triple wall on hand for little small projects. You know, it comes in handy. So we always like to keep a little bit of that on hand as well. You may have noticed we have the rocks pulled back all right here and the fabric, the woven fabric exposed. That's because we are currently installing some additional drainage for this structure. Remember, anytime you have another building that you install, it's going to collect more runoff water on the roof of that structure, and it's going to create more surface water that you're going to have to manage. All right, guys, so the next thing we're going to talk about is the FDM new formula. We carry a lot of this new formula because we like it. So basically, this is the perforated version. You got these large inlets here for French drain applications. These inlets are 360 degrees around the entire pipe, allowing water to pass through freely and make it into your French drain. Now, we like the new formula because it is very flexible, it's pliable, it's a lot easier to work with, and to be honest, I think it's actually stronger than the old formula because of these dual ridges you have here. So we have the perforated version of this, and then we also have the solid version of this to be able to discharge our French drains. Now, we run corrugated pipe, we run PVC pipe, we run dual wall pipe, we run pretty much every type of drainage pipe as long as it's a good quality pipe and the application calls for it. The application determines the pipe as well as the client's budget. So we like running this for our French drains, and we like running a smooth interior pipe such as PVC or dual wall for our downspout systems, catch basin systems, channel drain systems, but we will run corrugated for those systems as well, depending on the client's budget and the application, how much slope we are working with, job site conditions. It all just depends. All right, so the next pipe that we have, and we only have a little bit of this left in the yard, is some 3.5-inch pipe. So we got the solid version and the perforated version, but we have only a little bit of this left in stock. Now, you're probably wondering what's underneath this tarp. So the same situation with this tarp is the same situation as we got with our new PVC storage. This pipe that's under here, we had to keep it out of the sun. So not all pipe is created equal. Obviously, the FDM pipe has a lot of UV protection built into it. PVC pipe doesn't. It needs to get put into the ground. This pipe that's underneath this tarp is the same situation. It does not have a lot of UV protection built into it. So this will fade over time in the sun. And we do not want to show up to our client's house with faded pipe that does not look good and does not look quality. This is some extra heavy duty ADS 4-inch pipe. This is the last of its kind. They are no longer making this pipe. So we keep it under the tarp to protect it, and we still use this, and we run it on French drain applications, and we also run it on downspout systems. So the next thing that we have going on right back here is we have all of our drainage fittings and components that we keep stored in these bins. That way we have everything that we need in order to finish your job. So as you can see here, we have some not quite a 90s for our corrugated systems. We have some pop-up emitters, turf restrictor plates, EPDM rubber gaskets for our dual wall drainage pipe systems. We have 6-inch PVC fittings. We have 6-inch Ys for larger corrugated systems. We have different adapters for downspouts, different adapters to adapt over from different size pipes. More 6-inch corrugated and dual wall fittings. We got elbows, 45s, T's. We got corrugated cup links, corrugated T's, sump pump basin lids. We got everything we need. All right, so then back here at the corner of the yard, we have our boneyard, as you can see. So this is where all the scrap and just spent material ends up making it. And then from here, it slowly gets thrown away. So you can see we have sump pumps, which I cannot stand sump pumps. We have some old grates, old catch basin, 8-inch dual wall scrap, 6-inch dual wall scrap, some 4-inch, and just different scrap that we just kind of just throw back here, and it builds up, accumulates, and then eventually gets taken to the trash. All right, so right behind our PVC storage, we have our 6-inch corrugated storage. So you can see we have some extra heavy duty green 6-inch pipe. We got one roll of ADS heavy duty corrugated pipe that we need to use up, but this is where we keep all of our 6-inch corrugated pipe. All right, so the next thing I want to show you guys that we have in the yard that we actually made not that long ago is this pipe puller. So real simple, we just have a bar and 2 posts, and then this allows us to put a roll of corrugated pipe on here so we can pull it out and we can cut different lengths. Say, you know, we have a client that only wants to do 30 feet for a downspout drain. We can just go ahead and pull 30 feet of pipe out, cut it, load that up into the trailer, get to the job site and get it installed. All right, guys, the last thing I'm going to show you here is we still have some old school FDM formula. So the difference between the old school and the new formula, as you can see here, is going to be the new school formula has the additional ridge for strength. The old school formula doesn't have that. This is a lot more rigid too, the old school one, compared to the new school. The new school has way more flexibility, like I talked about in the beginning of this video, but this way you guys can really see the difference in the 2 pipes. All right, guys, well, there you have it. That's a tour of our pipe yard. So you can see we have all the drainage materials and product that we need to get your job completed. If you live in the Tampa Bay area, give us a call at 813-614-3456. We can install PVC, corrugated, dual wall, French drains, downspout drains, catch basins, channel drains. If it's stormwater drainage, we got you covered. Give us a call.